This is RJ with Keto Over 50. Ever since I created an original keto bread recipe, the feedback has been amazing. Are you ready for focaccia? Focaccia bread? Oh, I can't even believe this. But I thought the bread that I've been making could hold up to a focaccia recipe. So buckle up. This is going to be exciting. I'm going to start by preparing one of the toppings for the focaccia, which is sauteed onions. And you can see they're coarsely chopped. They don't have to be diced very small. I just want them so that we can have them caramelized. And we're going to put these on top. I always used to make focaccia with chopped green onions, 2 green onions, the green part, and slice that up. Well, I don't have any right now. So I'm using dehydrated chives, and I'm telling you, it's going to be just as good. I feel bad when you feel like you have to run to the store to get something for a recipe. You really don't. There are endless substitutions you can make. So I'm going to saute onions in a little bit of butter and mostly olive oil, just until they're translucent and clear, because they're going to bake more on the focaccia. I'm going to make this in a 13 by 9 pan that I've already sprayed with olive oil. And I'm not using parchment because you don't want it to get wet underneath or be soggy in any way. I want this bread to be crispy on the outside. I have to show you this. I said 4 or 5 cloves of garlic in the recipe, which will be down below in the description, every detail of the recipe. So I minced 4 cloves of garlic already. I said in the recipe use 4 or 5, but they were really big. So I'm sticking with 4 so that it's just the right amount. I've got everything from my original bread recipe, a few things. I've got blended cottage cheese and blended ricotta cheese and some cream cheese. Get excited. This is going to be a game changer. This was supposed to be a sweet Vidalia onion, and it almost made me cry when I was slicing it. I have the oven preheating to 425. This is a hot bake. Better that I do it now in June in Las Vegas than to try and do this in August when it's 110 outside, although it's going to be 110 next week. While we wait for the onions to cook, let me suggest some toppings that you could use on your focaccia. Feta cheese. You could spread brie on it. You could use any kind of zero carb meat or cheese. How about Italian red peppers, grilled peppers, jalapeños, sliced jalapeños. Almost anything you want to put on bread, you could eat with this focaccia. It's incredible. I've got my fingers crossed hoping this works. I used to make it with a regular bread dough. I may try, we'll see how this goes, but I may try to make one with yeast. But those, then you're getting into a 2-day bake. And I wanted to make this very fast. Let's go ahead and get the batter rolling while we're doing that. Just like I did last time, I modified this recipe a little bit, but it's basically the same or similar, a few differences you'll see. Okay, again, I'm starting with 5 eggs. And to that, I'm adding 2 ounces of butter, which is a half of a stick. So I was so excited to make this for you. And I thought if I go to the store to buy some brie cheese or something else to serve with it, might not get done today. And I really wanted to get this out for you. I'm over the moon that I found out everybody is looking for the great bread recipe. Well, let me tell you, this could be the most ideal Sunday brunch. It could be a dinner any day of the week. It's just remarkable. I'm so excited about this. Okay, now to the eggs and the butter, I'm going to add 2 ounces. That went everywhere. Great, RJ, keep it up. Oh my goodness. You haven't seen the messes I've cleaned up already today. Okay, so 2 ounces of cream cheese, a 1/4 cup of blended ricotta. That whole lump almost came out on the spatula. And a 1/3 cup of blended cream cheese. We did that already. Cottage cheese. All of the recipe will be down below in the description, so don't worry if these onions are starting to smell really good. But when I start baking this bread, the incredible aroma of the roasting garlic is going to permeate the house. It's going to be so good. Love this. Okay, I'm adding a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. Did I say you want to preheat your oven to 425? Because That's what you want to do. It is a hot bake. So let's blend most of these wet ingredients together. I've been sauteing the onions on medium-high really to get things going, and I'm turning it down now to medium because you just want them caramelized. You don't want them burned or really crispy just yet. They'll crisp up a little bit on the bread. I'm going to add just 1 tablespoon of my blended flaxseed chia seed mix. It just adds a little bit to the texture. And then a 1/4 cup of coconut flour, also for the structure and the texture. Now here in one bowl, I have a 1/2 teaspoon of xanthan gum, a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and a tablespoon of baking powder. Love it when I can remember what I measured out an hour ago. Let's give that a quick mix. That's how you want the onions to look, just slightly browning on the edges, mostly translucent. And I'm going to transfer these into another bowl so they can cool down a little bit so I can handle them, because I'm going to have to place them on the bread. So I don't want to burn my hands. And while I did that, it's a good thing because now the dough has a chance to have the seeds soak up some of that moisture. And I'm going to add the almond flour. That's it. Another easy recipe. That's why I love this bread recipe, because it's just so easy. Everything in one bowl, basically. I think I need a deeper bowl. Everything goes flying around the kitchen when I add it in. Okay, so I'm just going to stir this now. Can't wait to have this. I haven't eaten yet today, so when you see me test this, stay till the end. You're going to see how wonderful it is. I have to remember the stove is still hot. I don't know, if I go to touch it, remind me, okay? All right, look at this. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And I'm just going to spread this out in the pan. Always done it in a 13 by 9 pan. And stop saying excited, RJ. You're always excited. I am really looking forward to trying this because I haven't had focaccia since I've been on keto. 4 years. Hey, we're in June. I started on June 4th, 4 years ago. So it's my keto-versary. Can't believe it. And it's such an easy lifestyle. It really is. I'd like to exercise a little bit more. I need to get on my vibration plate and my rebounder and in my weight room. I have all kinds of equipment so I can stay fit and healthy. And you get to see the part that's the yummy part of it all, not me grunting and trying to work out. You have to make working out fun or you won't do it. You have to listen to your great music or watch a good movie. And then before you know it, you're done. Again, my apologies that I don't have green onions, but that's why I have the caramelized onions, and I have about a tablespoon of freeze-dried, dehydrated, whatever they are, chives. And they're going to give a beautiful texture and a great color. So I'm putting about, let's see, with what I lined the pan with and what I sauteed the onions in, I figure it's about a 1/3 cup of olive oil total. And to the chives, I'm going to add 4 minced garlic cloves. Oh my goodness. Hey, this is for those of you who love garlic. You're going to think you went to heaven. It's so good. You can see the texture of this. It looks almost like a pesto. If you're wearing any jewelry, take it off for this next part. Take off your rings. My bracelets are okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to oil my hands just a little bit. And this used to be called knuckle bread. Now I'm seeing online people are using their fingers, but I always used my knuckles. So that's my knuckle bread. And what you're doing here is creating little hills and valleys. I've got the dough spread out around the pan, but you really want to have little pockets of olive oil and onions and chives. So you don't want it to be flat. Like when we were making the French bread pizza, then you want it flat so you could put all your toppings on it. But here we're baking the toppings in. And so have fun with this. If you want to use your fingertips, use your fingertips. It's a very different texture than like a fathead dough or a regular focaccia dough. So we'll see what happens. Can you wait? No, don't skip ahead. Stay till the end. We're going to have lots of fun and laughs. Someone else said I sound like Phyllis Diller. That's great. I'm fine with that. If we're laughing, she was a comedian. Love her. Okay, so now I'm going to wash my hands. If you took off jewelry, put it back on now because you don't want to get it wiped up and thrown away. Okay, now the chives have had a moment to reconstitute, which is great. So you wouldn't even know they weren't fresh. Now I'm going to put a little dollop here, there, and everywhere on this bread. And then I'm going to spread it with a pastry brush. This was funny. I couldn't find any of my pastry brushes. I know a little one is in the dishwasher, but I have like 3 more and I can't find them. So I've got my old barbecue pastry brush out here, the old Cuisinart, I guess. Okay, so you can see I'm spreading it evenly so that every bite gets a whopping amount of garlic and chives. Really, if you're going to the store to get your cottage cheese and your ricotta cheese and your cream cheese, pick up some green onions because that will really make this great. Now, you can spread it around a little bit with the spoon, but I'm going to use my giant barbecue pastry brush just to make sure that the olive oil gets all over because we want the crust to be really crispy. And I'm going to watch the oven. I'm thinking my start time is about 25 minutes. We'll see how it does because it's at 425. That's a lot. That's a lot of heat. And then I'll let you know before we're done and I'll update the recipe if it needed to be shorter or longer. Never have to worry if you're watching Keto Over 50 because I will always put the recipe down in the description below the video. You can see how really evenly I spread that. Super easy. Now come the onions. And I'm going to use my hands for that. Get my baton, put my baton down. And again, I'm going to make sure that I have enough for everywhere. So I'm going to drop them on and then I'll spread them out a little more evenly so that every bite has onions in it. I'm laughing. I should have waited to put my ring back on, right? RJ, cracking myself up here. Oh, I think these onions are going to be good. And like I said, you could put on feta or for the bake, red peppers, jalapeños, sliced jalapeños if you like that. Not very Italian, but I don't know. I have a friend who loves jalapeños on everything. So I was thinking of that. And you can put on black or green olives, mushrooms, whatever you want. It's yours. Just really, I even put in the recipe, get creative, whatever you like. And then when you serve it, that was easy. Then when you serve it, you can serve it with 0 carb meats and cheeses. I would like some goat cheese with this. And I think I'm out of goat cheese too. I think it's time for me to go to the store. What do you think? Now this adds so much color and you can see how gorgeous and colorful that is with the caramelized onions and the chives. And wait, again, I wish we had smell-o-vision so you could smell this. Make some in your home. Bake it at 425, and I'll tell you exactly how long this took. Look at this. I'm such a perfectionist trying to move all the onions into every bite. All right, so I'll see you back here in 2 seconds. It's done. I love it when it's done. Gorgeous. It browned perfectly on top. Can you see that? Is that amazing? The onions, I told you they'd cook more. The chives are there for flavor. So let me switch these. I made a little charcuterie board. Now this is a lot. It's just me here tonight. But I thought, well, if I would do this for company, only I would have more. I have a beautiful burrata ball here that I just cut into. I have some prosciutto. This is incredible cheddar black truffle that I discovered from my neighbor Lucy. I have some salami calabrese, which is spicy. I have some black pepper salami. I have some Kalamata olives and some artichoke hearts. I can't begin to tell you how super easy this was. I had a food saver bag with all my meats in it. Oh, and I added one of my new biscotti that I just made. I'll tag that recipe at the end here. And I have some cardamom. They're like Mexican wedding cookies with the powdered sweetener on the outside and they're pecan cookies. And I thought, what a nice finish that would be for this. But let's get to the star of the show, the focaccia. Ooh, still a little hot. Oh, want to eat it all right away. And that completes our charcuterie board. Look at that. Cut out 2 pieces. It stuck a little. I should have used regular olive oil. I used an olive oil spray. Live and learn, right? So you want to brush the olive oil on. I did test it with a toothpick. That wasn't necessary. It came out dry, of course. I think I'm going to need a bigger plate. What do you think? So I'm going to take a piece of this focaccia. I'm going to take a corner piece. I put just a little bit of butter on it because you know I like butter on everything. Let's have the taste test here. Oh, heck yeah. Wow. Let me put a little burrata. Whoa, look at that. I hope you'll do this for yourself and dress things up a little bit. It's really so simple. Salami, pickles, and pepperoncini I had in the fridge. I can't wait for my second bite. Wow. The onions are a slam dunk. Please put onions on it. Oh my goodness. And you know what's amazing to me? It's for me, the garlic isn't overpowering. I was afraid it might be because I remember it was pretty strong the last time I made this about 20 years ago. But this is, oh, I love the cool burrata on the warm bread. It is delightful. It's so good. That is an absolute flavor bomb. Onions, garlic, anything else you want to put on it. Get creative. Go through your drawers in your refrigerator or your cupboards and see what else you have that you could put on that. You can dress this up or dress it down any way you want. This is such a success. I hope you'll try it. I really do. It's gorgeous. So 2 slices like this is actually 1 serving. And do you know that this is less than 4 net carbs per serving? As I was looking through more traditional focaccia recipes, looking at the different ingredients and the ways to serve it and bake it, and I saw this one and I was like, oh, that looks interesting. It was 18 carbs for a wee tiny piece. I thought if you're trying to lose weight or stay healthy on keto, you want to keep your carb intake to less than 20 net carbs a day, or even better, 20 whole carbs a day. And so imagine all you get is 1 little piece of bread and that's all you can have all day. This way with keto, you can indulge, you can have cheeses and meats, and you just need a little piece of bread to make them sing. This is such a success. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're enjoying the content, please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Hit the little bell so you'll know when I have a new video out. I look forward to sharing more with you. Thank you so much for joining me. This is RJ for Keto Over 50. Stay beautiful, because you know you are. I'm going to put a little olive oil in here. Oh, yikes. Don't do that when I'm hurrying.